everybody.
Hello.
I realized that I hadn't made my to-do list for the coming week, so I was like doing that. I was literally writing, and then I had to break to do the. I was like, no, I can't be writing. I need to be like. I wanted that done though before we started, so I didn't have to worry about it. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? How are we?
What we can do is good. I've been cleaning and packing and preparing to move soon.
Yep. My windows
Not
are wide.
very soon, but soon.
Soon enough. Soon enough.
I'm actually curious if I'm normal or if I'm just such a bad procrastinator, but like, how early do people start packing for a move? I feel like most people, like, they start preparing things like figuring out like the logistics of it, getting the boxes and all that, like 6 weeks. But like the actual packing, I feel like most people do it like start like 3 weeks in advance. That's what I feel in my head, but I don't know if that's true. So let me know how you guys are.
Let us know in the comments. And also, would you treat it differently if you were moving like within state or out of state? Would that make a difference for you?
If you're moving down the street or across country, does that make a difference?
Because it's been 10 years since I moved.
Wow.
And I feel like
my head went, it's been 1 week since you looked at me.
It's been 10 years since I moved. And I feel like at that point, at the age that I was, just like it was chaotic. And I feel like I did it very, very quickly. Very quickly. But I also was moving in a different situation where like I had a moving crew and I literally just like taped boxes up, didn't matter how heavy they were. Somebody else moved them. I came home from work at the end of the day. My boxes were in a new place. I just unpacked them. So that's not the situation this time. And I am very much like once I know I have to do something, I just want to execute. I just want to do it. I don't want to wait. But that's me. That's
I also
amazing.
don't like sit for 3 to 4 weeks without without anything that, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things, like, you start to get frustrated because there's certain things you can't pack yet.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I just should wait until the last minute and just pack everything at once. But then that's more stressful.
I never think that. I already have winter clothes packed, winter jackets, winter boots, all that stuff is packed. Books that I know I'm not going to like need right away are packed. Some like knick-knacky things. Like I've packed what I can at this point. I could pack a lot more, but like I need to, people that I live with need to know that I'm moving so that I can justify boxes is my issue. So, but it's neither here nor there. Let's see who's here. Kelly's here. Kelly was here early.
Hello.
About 10 minutes early, just chilling. Hi. Hi, hello. Hello to you as well. Hello. Hello. How was your weekend? Are we ready for the new week? Are we going in rejuvenated? Are we prepped for work tonight? What are we working on? Why are they home? I mean, I hope they do too. Kids are the worst. I would say I started about a month in advance, some things earlier. I was also packing for myself and 2 kids. My husband packed most of his own. I don't like it. I don't think I would enjoy living out of boxes, but I would rather live out of a box than feel rushed to pack like closer to the move date. What's the matter? What are you hearing? She just went on hyper alert. I'm reading The Vegetarian, but I don't know if I could do 45 minutes straight of that. It's bizarre. My other book is The Picture Bride. I'm not far enough into that one to know much. I have heard of only one of those. For a whole household?
I feel like I also do the purging thing before I start packing, usually.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pack, and then at the end of it, I purge even more because I'm like, I don't want to pack any more of this stuff. I got to get rid of more stuff.
And I get pissed when I move, and then I like unpack things that I packed early, and I'm like, I didn't need this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
down the street. Yeah.
All of my moves have been within 20 or so minutes at the most. This one is 20 hours away, so it's quite a big move.
So it's a large move. She does not know yet. She will know
Soon-ish.
adjacent. Hopefully by like the first week of July. But it's a touchy situation to handle somebody with dementia while preparing for a move when they want to remain independent and live by themselves, and that's not an option. It's tricky, but it'll be fine. I purged a lot. I was chilling like a book villain. I love it. At the moment, I'm getting situated to do some editing and reading. I should probably go straight in my room during the chat, but I don't want to. You're not late. We've started nothing yet. We're going to.
You also could still come in, even though you're later. You could still come in if you wanted to.
I did leave you the links.
Saying.
She's not. My sister decided that she is willing to give it a go, being the caretaker. I just know I cannot anymore. So, we've taken her doctor's considerations into effect, and we're not telling her, too early. So, I have to wait until she's been informed so that I can make it make sense to her, that there's boxes everywhere. She's already started to question it, and there's very few boxes around. The foodstuffs, what are those? I haven't gotten there yet. Yep.
Yeah, my grandmother has dementia as well, and she got moved to a memory care facility in like November, I think, and we had to go through her house and get it ready for a estate sale, and then they sold it, and so it's all done and sold, and she's in a memory care facility that she loves.
She's doing well.
She doesn't know who I am, but she's doing really well.
She has such a different mindset. Her dementia has such a different mindset than my grandmother. But we were advised to just take her out for lunch and drop her at a new house and let her have no say. And I don't know that I can do that. So we're going to figure it out.
No, I couldn't do that to anybody.
I can't do that. Especially because there's 94 years worth of things in this house that belong to her, and she's going to be moving into one bedroom.
More than that, because she has stuff that was her mother's too.
Correct. She has my great-grandparents' stuff, and my great-grandparents are the source of everybody who's in the U.S. So a lot of it is very family history rich, and I don't want to just get rid of things. So I'm stressed because I want to make sure that people that want things can come get things, because she's not going to have the room to take very much. But I want her to be able to take what she wants, and I don't want to make that decision for her. And so I have anxiety right now, a lot of it. But it is what it is. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. You look fine. Hello, Nicole. Welcome. See, I remembered it was you. We are going to do 2 45-minute sprints tonight. What are we working on?
I'm
Show me what you're working
going
on.
to try to figure out a place to put some of these boxes that I've packed up of some of my books. Maybe pack 2 more, because my goal for the weekend was to pack 8 boxes. Mm-hmm. And if I do 8 boxes, that'll mean that'll be all the books from 2 bookshelves. And then I'll just have these 2 left that I'll probably wait until a little bit later to do. But other than that, I might read. I don't know.
Okay. It's fair. I got a lot of just technical stuff done earlier today, and then started drafting. So I will be writing novellas tonight, because that's the thing I need to do until I get my book back to proof. So, that's where I'll be. I shall be editing and eating the food things. Laundry drop-offs. Mhm.
Yeah, either this sprint or the next sprint, I'll probably go heat up my dinner and eat dinner too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat something at some point. Hi, Vera. I don't know what though. We'll figure it out. We means me. Are we ready for our first sprint though to just jump in and start getting some things done? How do we feel about that?
I feel good about that.
Okay. I got called a book villain by a friend when I pointed out that if she pre-orders a book from one of our favorite authors, she will get a free short story along with it. I have decided to own it. That's a book friend. It's not a book villain. That's a book friend. As soon as there's a pre-order campaign for anything, I immediately tell Amber, like, if you're even moderately interested in this book, maybe check it out. YouTube until you fall asleep. No, we can't. But thank you for asking.
We don't do 30-minute sprints here. We only do 45.
Yeah. It's a dictatorship and it's not up for negotiation. We only do 245s. Every week for always.
Forever.
But feel free to do like a 30 and then take a 5-minute break for yourself and then do another 10-minute, whatever you want to do. You don't have to be sorry. It's a lot for some people. I know it's not everybody's jam. Some people do like split it up for themselves. But we will be back to chat at 45.
Yeah.
Cleaning up some genealogy.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting for my 23andMe results. I'm so excited.
Hopefully soon.
It's going to be like, you're white.
You're white. You're hella white. All right, friends. Let's get work done.
Good luck, everyone.
Hello, friends. Welcome back.
Hello.
How do we do?
Okay.
Yeah? Get your boxes
I
packed?
nope, but I had dinner.
Okay, good.
And the dogs actually went out in the rain and used the bathroom. I didn't think they would
Impressive.
do it, but they did.
Impressive in a thunderstorm.
It was more like you get those. You ever see those thunderstorms that are like really like obnoxiously loud, but the rain is kind of slight.
Yeah.
Like it's just a light little rain. But they're still staring at me, so they're probably hungry. So I'll probably in the next sprint have to go get them food.
Yeah. In the
Feed
next
them.
week, I have to get myself food. I decided to end up messing around with covers and stuff instead of writing as much in that one. But that's okay. Next time we write. I don't know where I'm at on this one. I just started this one today. I'm at 3,142 words. So we'll see where I get to on the next one. I'm trying to just like fast draft and get through as much as possible of all of these. But I have June, July, and August done. September almost done. And now I'm working on November because apparently October doesn't exist. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were joined by some people. JK Kim. Hello. Hi. Vera had started to write a book, and then I think they've already left. Yeah. Gotta go. He's okay. He is okay. Hello. Welcome. Hopefully you got some stuff done on that sprint. What were you working on? I did end up reading The Vegetarian that whole sprint. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. That is exciting.
Nice.
I actually started and finished a book this weekend too. I read The Last Word by Taylor something.
Yeah, you did.
I forget what his last name is, but I read a thriller. I am 30 minutes into a 15 minutes of raw footage for my wrap up. Didn't even read that many books. Why am I so chatty? I don't know, but I'm impressed that you read 12 books. It has been a minute since I've had a month where I read 12 books. I got one more section written and another one started. Love that, Kelly.
Nice.
I got quite a bit of cleaning done in my genealogy, made some hot chocolate, and I'm listening to Dead After Dark.
I like that series. That's the Sookie Stackhouse series.
Why was I know that title and then
it didn't click.
it didn't click.
One of my favorite characters though is a character that doesn't even show up until like book 5 or 6 or something.
Some of my favorite characters never made it to the show, and that bothers me.
My favorite character did not make it to the show.
No.
And he also did not show up until like the 5th book.
The show is hot garbage compared to
the first season. They did such a good job of like adapting it, and it had the same like feel. But then after the first season, it just went what? And like way over here, like
it was not what I wanted it to be. Because I think I had read all the books that were published when the series started. I think more came out after it started, maybe.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but I was caught up when it started. Got 5 minutes and 44 seconds of edited footage. Also watching my nephew eat spaghetti. It's amazing. That's my favorite thing. Taylor Adams. Listen, I knew it was a Taylor. I'm impressed I knew that much.
It's a book that I have decided I will not be reading.
It was a time. I didn't not enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was good.
I am happy to let you completely spoil me on everything that happened in the book and go on with my life.
Yeah. And I did. I stopped because Jess still has it and wants to read it, so I wasn't talking about it anymore, but I'm pretty sure I still did. Joined halfway through, worked on a fantasy romance series halfway through book 4. It's amazing. I know you are. I kept it. It's on my shelves. I didn't unhaul it prior to
I don't think it would be a bad read or a bad book. It's not that. It's just that like it's not one that I feel like, oh my god, I need to read that. Even just reading the premise, I was like, it's a cool premise, but like I don't need to read it. I'm good.
I like the premise. Yeah. Anyway. I worked for the cable company, so I watched True Blood when it came out. Did like the first 2 seasons. Books were better. I have read before. Listening now. I used to own them all in like mass market, and I unhauled them.
Well, my favorite character was the White Tiger.
Did laundry stuff. Yeah.
And he did not make it to the TV series.
Sure doesn't.
And I waited, and I'm like, surely they're going to have this beautiful bald-headed man that turns into a white tiger on this show.
They did not. They did not. And I was pissed about it. I was like, he by far was like the hottest one. And I was like, no. How are you going to not? There was a huge storyline with the whole freaking tiger clans.
Like, she rode him through a forest.
Literally. Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be amazing on TV. They
Fantastic.
never even did it.
It never happened.
Instead, they took like the Maynard, which was like 2 chapters in the book, and turned it into a whole season. It's like, really? Really?
I can't tell you how viscerally annoyed I was that the Maynard storyline went on as long as it did. Viscerally.
It was only 2 chapters in the book.
Viscerally.
It was 2 chapters. It was a passing character.
So angry.
It wasn't even that big of a deal in the book. And they turned it into a freaking whole season.
Did laundry stuff. 1 season. I feel like it was like 5. It felt like 5.
I don't even think the show had 5 seasons.
I know. I think I read the majority of them on like digitally. And then I bought them later in paperback, maybe? I don't know.
I read them mostly all either through the library or on ebook. I had a couple of the paperbacks, I think, for the first couple of books, but it had 7 seasons.
It's back when I had a
I definitely did not watch 7 seasons.
I might. Did I finish watching it? I feel like I might have finished watching it, but not.
I think I honestly stopped watching it at like season 5, and then went and watched like the final 2 episodes or something.
That might have been what I did. They're a good time.
I'm not telling you not to read them.
I'm not telling you to read them either, though.
But they're like an adult version of House of Night. Like, easy to read.
Yeah.
You're not like it's just a good time. It's just a happy, fun. Not happy. It's definitely not happy. No. But it's a good time.
But it's a good time.
It's just like
they're fast reads.
A lot of sex.
Yeah. I feel like the show has way more.
Lot of shifters and vampires. Like,
I don't remember the books being as sex heavy as the show was. It was there.
It wasn't as sex heavy as the show was, but like Sookie got it on with multiples. Like,
yes, but I still
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Please fire me. It's fine. Yeah,
It's like Laura K. Hamilton. Light. I feel like it's light. Like, it's not as crazy as Laura K. Hamilton.
I read that series for a hot minute, and then I stopped. I had to stop.
I feel like the later books had started ramping up some of the sex. The later books.
Some of they became that was all they were.
In True Blood.
Oh,
I mean,
in True Blood.
in like the Sookie Stackhouse series, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, while they are in there, yeah. Okay. It's not as sex heavy, but the books are not HBO. Yeah, I know. I get it.
I mean, HBO will take any excuse to throw boobs in your face, so
Every single time.
yeah.
Every single time. But yeah, they're fun. They were
I
fun.
made my brother watch the first episode of True Blood. I don't even know if it was like I made him watch the first episode, and I think he was like, "It's interesting." He watched it, I think, almost a whole season with me, and he got to the season, the first part where Sookie and Bill get together, and he's a nerd. He likes all the nerdy movies, and you know the one that played Sookie was in, she played in X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget her name in X-Men, but he was like, "Did I just see Blink's boobs?" But he was calling her by her like X-Men name. I can't remember her name in X-Men. He's like, "Did I just see your boobs?" It's like, "Yes, you did.
Yes.
You're making it weird. Stop."
Just stop talking about it. Lyrical Ham were a mess. I only read the first Mary Gentry. I need to keep going with that one though, because I did like it. Listen, I made it. I want to say I made it in her series up until there was a Rat King, and then I think I
Rogue. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, he was like, "Did I just see Rogue's boobs?"
Yeah. Yeah, they were. Did they start to get plotty again? I stopped. I had to stop. I like her. I just couldn't read it. Chapter 10? No. Book 10. Got him fired. Yeah,
Well, you knew what you meant.
I'm pretty sure I read to at least there. But then I had to stop. I did stop. What I'm not going to stop though is doing sprints. Are we ready for another one?
It's a
also,
good segue.
The Rat King is in the first Anita book. There's like 27 books. I definitely read much further into the series than that because there was panthers and she was living with a whole bunch of people. There was the weird vampire circus thing. Like I read far, but then I feel like the Rat King became big again later. Right? I don't know. Anyway.
I didn't read that series. I read the first book.
My God.
That's it. I don't even think I finished the first book.
It was intense. Would you, Jess, would you suggest that I continue with the Mary Gentry? Because I'll do it. I admire her staying power too. I mean, she's committed. I have scheduled all of our sprints for July. So if you want to make sure that you are subscribed and your notifications are on, they're all scheduled now. So I went ahead and did next month's because I didn't want to have to worry about forgetting to do it. So they're there. So you can check out my upcoming sprints or upcoming live and set your notifications if you want.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry. Just the fact that it's next month that we're moving just hit me again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's like book 20. Well, then I made it to like probably around book 20. In like book 5, she talked about totaling her car and having to make her friend drive her places. And then in the next chapter, got in her car and drove somewhere. It's fine.
That's something I would do.
Yeah. I do like Mary Gentry. I liked the first one. I just didn't continue. Maybe I'll do it on ebook. I'm glad you love the notifications. I enjoy having them up early enough for you to go and set them in bulk and not doing it like week by week. It makes me feel better too to just know they're there for you. So I'm glad that you appreciate that. Mary Gentry books are really good. I don't know if I'll keep reading them, but I like where I stopped. I might do that for like a, not a guilty read. They're not guilty. They're just easy. I miss them all the time.
Fun read.
You got it.
Like a mind, like a don't need to use your brain too much read.
Yeah. They're fey. They're sexy.
Enjoyable.
They're enjoyable. Okay. we are going to do another sprint. Last one.
Yep.
Go forth and do things.
Eat dinner, Julie.
I am right now. Well, not right now, but I'm going. I'm going to go do the thing.
Good luck, everyone.
Hello, friends and family.
Hello.
Don't ask why I went with that.
What were you doing?
I said, hello, friends and family.
Oh, I thought you were like doing something with your hand that was weird.
No, I was just like, that's a first for me. How's everybody doing? How'd you do?
Good.
Yeah.
Did I pack those 2 boxes?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I've officially packed 8 boxes of books today,
And
which is
that's
what I
2 full
wanted to do.
shelves.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm
So
trying
2
to
full bookcases are empty. Except for
gauge
one, I
my
have
boxes.
books that I need to sell to the half price bookstore, but other than that, empty.
I still have a couple sales that are like trickling in on Pango, and then I'm like, letting you know, dude, like they're all going. I'm not moving with any of these. So, but yeah, I'm really hoping that those go because I don't want to have to move with them, and I have like mugs on there and different things that I've got like some like merchy things, and I'm like, I'm not taking them. I'm not doing it. But yeah, I'm glad that you have a half price by you. Sell as much as you can because there's not going to be a half price here.
I know.
Sell it. Oh,
I wonder where the closest one to us is going to be.
if I would have gotten one of those for my grandparents. Yeah. I don't. I follow Laurel on social media. I'm pretty sure there's a Anita, but I don't know if there's a Mary Gentry coming out this year. I feel like there's always one coming out for the Anita series. Good morning to the Philippines. Hello and welcome. Hopefully you got some work done. Be doing some reading this evening. I'm very happy to have found y'all sprinting. I'm so happy that you found us too. We do this every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. EST. We do 2 45-minute sprints. Unfortunately, that was the last of our 2 45-minute sprints, but you can come back next weekend. I have all of our sprints scheduled through the end of July, so you can come hang out. We like to start our weeks off being super productive. Got to page 95 of The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Are you enjoying it? It's like a decent enough chunk that like you can figure out if you liked it. You're liking it. I finished the chapter in The Vegetarian, did my duo lesson, and read 21 pages of The Picture Bride. I like it more than The Vegetarian, which is saying something because you were able to read The Vegetarian for the entirety of the last 45-minute sprint, which is awesome. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. I found a stopping point in my genealogy, and then I listened to my book, and now I'm really going to bed. Good night, Stacy. Have a good week. I got to get ready for bed. Did a tarot reading. Ooh, I didn't do that yet. Put some apple juice out for the Pixies and finished off the sprint by reading more of The Bone Shard's Daughter. Seen it, have not read it. Hopefully it's great. And hopefully the apple juice appeases the Pixies. And thank you for reminding me to do my tarot. Have a great sleep and have a fantastic week. Got about 10 minutes edited. I had to do a second pass on some that was a bit unrelated and needed to trim down. Every time I edit. I don't know what filming and editing is anymore, but maybe one day. It's entirely too chaotic for me right now.
So an FYI, I looked. The closest half-price bookstores of that like actual chain are in Pittsburgh.
We're not driving to Pittsburgh.
Of course not. Of course
not.
But we have a couple of really great used and indie bookstores in the area that we're going to be in, so we're good.
Yes, we do. We have very good ones. And as soon as I have all the final information, I will get you the new info on my new indie for signed and personalized copies of my books, because I will be switching from the one that I have linked now on my website, because I will not be here to sign at that said location. So I'm already working with the next bookstore to get all of my signed and personalized books out, which is fantastic.
Fantastico.
I will be signing August 19th, Friday night from 6 to 8 for Bookstore Romance Day. And then October something I don't know at Chocolate Book Festival at the Hershey Library. I'll be signing for, I think, 6 hours. It's a long one.
Whew.
It's a long day, and you will be there.
I will be there taking payments for Julie for book sales on my iPad.
For the book festival. For the other signing at Cupboard Maker Books, they sell everything for me, so I don't have to do that.
I'll just be there to have a good time.
You'll just be there hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. Second to last drop off is currently getting folded. You're crushing it. Whoop. I runned away and missed the end. I'm liking it a lot. Writing is so good. It makes the really tough subject easier to digest. It's a lot about motherhood, abortion, and children growing up. That is a lot. It sounds heavy. So I'm glad that the writing is something that makes it easier to swallow. Come visit me.
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive for us. I mean, we'll be closer that way, but not quite there. I will not be there. You'll be there the next day.
You'll be there if you wanted to.
You'll be there for the rest of the weekend to go see the other authors if we want to get something signed.
She'll come right after, right? Right after your signing, the next day?
She's coming the day after, yeah. But the bookstore event is the entirety of the weekend. So there'll still be people there Saturday, Sunday. I'm just going to be there Friday night with the spicy authors. It's the adults only night. I don't know why I did this. It's literally adults only. So
adults only.
It's the spicy books. But yeah.
It makes me think of Joey. Thank you.
I don't know what this means. I'm sorry. I'm hoping I won't need a wrist brace. I haven't had issues before. My signature's pretty easy. It's a 7-hour drive. So y'all will be done by the time I get there. Because work. I know you have a long drive. And I know you can't take off that Friday because you're taking off days the following week. I appreciate you.
Just so that if anybody is interested, and is an author, I'm assuming some of you are writers because you're in our sprints. But I did think from one of Brandon Sanderson's videos that he learned from somebody that says to make your signature different. Everybody knows that. Make your signature different than your real signing document signature. But also he said to create a signature that you can use your whole arm for and not have to move your wrist.
Not move your wrist.
So something loopy that you can use your whole arm.
Yeah.
Because he was even if you don't know or don't think that you're going to be someone that needs to sign 100,000 books, you could end up being somebody that needs to sign 100,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
One day. You never know what's going to happen. So create a signature that you use your shoulder to sign instead of your wrist. Because your shoulder's not going to go as fast as the wrist.
I definitely don't have that.
Yours isn't. You don't use your wrist a lot on yours. I've watched you sign.
I don't use my wrist a lot. It's mainly, but there is some wrist turnage, but it's not that bad. And if I have to change it when I become super famous, I'll change it, and then you guys will have an original OG signature. And
well, some people will have the original OG because then you've recently changed it. And then some people have the original OG, but then the original OG.
I know.
So
I did change it. It is great advice.
Yeah, and he said, I was watching something about it, and he said the guy that told him that was a really popular author. And he was like, okay, but I'm never going to be popular. I'm never going to need to do that. And he was like, what does it hurt to just do the signature now? And you never know, you might need it later. And he's like, now he does sign hundreds of thousands of books at a time. And he's very grateful for that man to have taught him how to sign books.
I would not drive through the night. I love you and I'll stay up till midnight, but I would not drive through the night. It is a boring ass ride. It is middle of nowhere, flat, stupid land. And you don't want to do that when you're tired in the middle of the night after a day of work. Go home, get good sleep, and then get on the road safely. It seems like a bad life choice.
Here's the thing, whatever you decide, it's not like I'll wait up for midnight. I am always up at midnight.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm always awake at midnight.
That is true.
We'll still be up if you decide that. But then if you decide to get up early in the morning and drive out, that's fine too.
That's fine too. All right, friends, I think that is everything. Like we said, we have everything scheduled already for the next couple months of sprints, and we have our sprint scheduled for, Jess is going to kill me, 8 p.m. EST, Saturday the 16th, 17th. Saturday the 17th for the Storytellers Hearth relays. I will be hosting at 8 p.m. EST on Saturday. And then back here again, 8 p.m. on Sunday. But you'll see myself and Amber and Jess Saturday night as a part of the weekend relays for Storytellers Hearth. So join us back here. Next weekend's going to be super productive. Sound good? Good. It'll only be 11 for Amber. She'll have adjusted.
I might already have adjusted by then.
She'll hopefully have adjusted a little bit. You're
it
so
only took
welcome.
me a day to adjust to London time. I think I'll be able to adjust pretty quick.
For an hour, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic week. I hope you absolutely crush it. Feel free to come back next weekend and tell us all about your successes. Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
Bye, friends.